death among
deaths in the country happen without warning.
It's the difference between life and death.
Died following an asthma attack.
People are reluctant to even say the word death.
Death is imminent.
What we do is important because it's the difference between life and death.
We get the sickest of the sick.
Hopefully most of the time we get it right and people go home.
Or they end up dying with us. And that happens a lot.
When I care for somebody who's going to die, there comes a point where we know that we can't get somebody better. And then we switch to palliative care. We then discuss with the families, we can't get your loved one well again. We do it gradually, get them used to the idea. We start to give them sedatives and more painkillers, and we just make sure that they're comfortable. Some people are too distressed when they're awake, and that's very tough for them, but it's also tough for their families to see. We are treating not just the person that's dying, but we're also treating the person's family. We do things called last offices, where we take the patient and we wash them and shave them if they're men, and we remove all the lines and the wires and get the families back in, so that hopefully that they have the best view of what their loved one looked like in the hospital before they leave.
We see death every day. We're always on call as well, so it's not just a Monday Friday thing. It's pretty much every day, every week. We'll pick people up from passing, so if we pass at home, we'll pick them up from there and bring them back here, look after them right up till the service takes place. Deal with the families afterwards. It's important that we sort of take the pressure off the families, so that they're not having to worry about stuff. I do everything in the background so that they can take time and grieve to organise the more important stuff. Personal deaths are, very different. When my dad passed away, I was like phoning around to tell people, and somebody saying, "Oh, you're used to this. You should be used to this, and shouldn't be affecting you."
My grandfather had a stroke at the age of 80-odd. I couldn't even walk in the room. I stood at the door for nearly a week. I never actually entered the room. This was just before I started nursing, and I thought, how on earth can I do this?
I don't think people really get it, no. When you tell people what you do, they either want to know everything or they run away from you.
In the old days, it was kind of you were left to get on with looking after people who were dying.
There's not really a sort of support network for us, really, no.
The doctors would say, right, we can't look after this person anymore. Once that was established, it was left to the nursing staff to basically withdraw care.
We all support each other through here, but we've all got our sense of humour and try and sort of work things out that way.
Rather than me being left on my own to do it, we have a system now, a documentary booklet basically, where we have a tick box for all the things that need to be done, which means that we know what we're supposed to do, and everybody knows as part of that team what they're supposed to do as well, because it's for everybody. Some of the patients we have come into hospital quite regularly, so I get to know their families quite well. Quite often they have never encountered death before they come into intensive care.
There are no set rules. You're meeting them at the hardest time. Some families are really upset, some people are quite sort of practical. It varies, so you've got to adjust every time for every family.
I'm there to say, look, whatever you experience is your experience and nothing is wrong. There was a consultant I worked with who I said, do you not feel sometimes that this gets a bit much? And what he said to me was, I feel this is a privilege, us being involved.
It is a rewarding job because you are helping families through this sort of hard time.
To experience somebody else's life and have a window into their life, we don't all get that opportunity. In the last few hours of people dying, you can hear people laughing and joking and remembering the good times.